Yes, I'm finally back working on the Motovan. No excuses, ran out of money, got a little lazy, then it got hot in Texas. It's September, but what year? That intro was recorded in September 2019, over a year ago. And yes, things have gone crazy through the back half of 2019 into 2020. I mean, it's been quite the dumpster fire. So hopefully we're getting a chance to pick back up here with where I'm at, where we're all at in life right now as things are getting a little bit crazier. But yes, so that was filmed in 2019. That's some of the footage you're going to see. Some of the other footage that you're going to see is from more recent, as I get rained on right now on the Motovan. A little dirty. I've already started the wall panels, so we'll get those up and a video for that coming. But if you guys are wondering about the insulation for this build, if you didn't see any of the other videos, you can go back in time into the Motovan playlist and find those. If you're wondering about the wall panels, I'll be putting up a video after this one to get those out. Fingers crossed that happens before the end of 2020. Who knows? But if nothing else, let us time travel back to 2019 in 3, 2, 1. Let's try to finish this thing off. Right now we're gonna measure this thing up, and that way I can show you guys what I'm going to do for the ceiling. So all the measurements are made. I'm gonna write out a template kind of for this. I'm gonna use probably 1/4 inch plywood to make the template, and then I'm going to attach what I'm going to try to create for the ceiling onto that. It's so cute that I had those aspirations to do this awesome ceiling in the top of the Motovan. Half of the reason it took me so long to get to the point where I am right now is because I never figured out how I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I was procrastinating. So I may talk about these things as templates. They're not templates. I went ahead and put them up. You're gonna see that with the 2020 footage. So I'm glad that you had big aspirations, Mr. Pierce, but unfortunately, those did not come to fruition. I'm excited to be back on the Motovan build, so let's see how this goes. See those 3 pieces of wood? Today, we're gonna cut them so they fit on the ceiling. Oh yeah. Let's start the montage. As you watch this, yes, it feels just as awkward as it looks with me using my head to hold the panel up. Cardboard or a contour gauge will be your best friend for these awkward spots. Lifting this panel by myself was obviously pretty darn difficult, and then trying to get it behind the headliner, even worse. I screwed up. I cut the holes for the lights before I actually had the right depth on the board. Suck. I did learn my lesson though. I went ahead and got some panel door trim removal tools that I found on Amazon, and that helped me get it below the headliner. So you can see the van's got tons of little spots like this where there's little dimples and cuts and crevices that probably were made for safety and strength. If this thing were to flip over or roll or anything like that, just structural. But they're a little weird to cut around, so you've got to figure out how far from a certain point you're gonna go. You gotta make these cuts and gotta customize stuff. So I'll show you guys how I did that for the back panel. So I had already cut a curve on this guy, so it's about 42.5 inches, and then over here made it to about 41.5. But unfortunately that wasn't enough because of that dimple that I showed you guys for structural. So I'm gonna try to cut that out. It is about 1 inch deeper, and then we'll see how this works out. But look, we've already got holes for the fan and lights. Sexy. Okay, so you're like, Brian, those don't look attached very well. Well, they're not. They're made to be templates. So I've got a little bit more finagling to do to work the templates out, but I've got a really fun idea dealing with our pint full of awesome for seat time to do for the ceiling, and my wife's gonna help me get all that sorted out. The templates are there, so we've almost got a ceiling. Holy crap. Where does one even start when you're trying to pick back up on a van build? I have no idea. So let's figure this out. Alright, so I'm not going to make middle holes here yet, but I think these are going to line up good and it's going to put me in a good spot. So we're about to find that out. This could get interesting. If you're looking for a way to do this by yourself, that pole is almost needed. You won't, unless you have a little man that's willing to help you, but obviously even he's too short, and he's really just gonna sing to me more than anything else. So that third hand pole is the way to do it, or dead man's pole, they call them all kinds of stuff, whatever that is. If you have this, just... Yeah, maybe that'll work. So if you need to get one of those mounted, it's a really good way to do that. Get one of yourself a third man's pole, dead man's pole. I'm gonna try to mount the other two right now. Really what I'm looking for is making sure that my fit is good. And if it's not, I can take it down, take some stuff. I'm gonna paint everything this weekend and get these bad boys up there and get them done. Let's go. So far, so good. Now let's see how bad the third one's gonna turn out. Before I do any hanging of trying to do this third one, I'm gonna do last minute measurement. Now that I've got those two pieces in there, my measurements might have been off from before. So I'm just gonna verify, see how this goes. Wow, they're both actually pretty close. So scary. So dry fit looks pretty good. Only have to do a couple updates to this last piece just to trim back a little bit. I'm gonna keep that light that's here, not keep that light that's there. Do furring strips between the two boards here. Do angles here on the sides to clean that up once all the cables are in, or electrical wires. They're all in, but once I get them tucked in there and stuff, once we get that run. So take this down, make a little fit, make a little cut, get some white paint, paint them. Maybe a little gray. I don't know, what do you think? White, gray, black? Yeah, go to town. Okay, let's do this. If you're wondering what color I went for, the name is Distant Star, and I got it at Home Depot. So a couple coats there to make that happen, and then I got myself a third man's pole, something like that, to help get the panels up way easier than using my head, so just FYI. This isn't the entire wiring video, that's still to come, but I really wanted to test out the lights. So I wired up the 4 LEDs and the 2 switches. I fit the lights into place and stuck a fuse in the bar. Holy shit. Yes, that was pure excitement. And of course, have to take some pictures for the gram. Cool. Yes, so everything I just did there is extremely temporary. No, I would not consider leaving that as we drive down the road. I'm gonna turn the off switch. I'm gonna unplug all of these guys. I just wanted to test the lights, but holy crap guys, it worked. Oh man, ceiling is in, lights are wired up. Let's put some panels up, guys. thank you for watching the Motovan video here as I install the ceiling. I am literally getting ready to head to the Revelamer Extreme Enduro this weekend. So if you enjoy seeing any kind of Extreme Enduro or Hard Enduro footage, make sure you subscribe so that you can pay attention to everything that we're putting out there, all the other videos that we're putting out with Seat Time. Of course, we did launch the new Seat Time shop, so you can go to shop.seattime.co and you can see some of the designs that we have there. Of course, this is our vintage skeleton that we put out a while ago. I do have some new t-shirt designs in the works. Those will be coming out in October. And I also have a Motovan specific design in the works. So if you're here because of Motovans, check that out. If you're here because of dirt bikes or motorcycles, definitely head to the shop.seattime.co. Sign up for the newsletter so that you'll get aware when new designs come out. Best thing to do. So guys, thanks again for watching. Enjoy your time out there in the world. Stay safe, ride hard, and we'll see you on the trails. And if nothing else, remember, always enjoy a pint full of awesome.